Hi Leo, how are you? I hope you are doing well. If you are new, welcome. My name is Nina or Sinfulpluto, and if you are returning, welcome back. Thank you for joining us again today, and I hope you enjoy this video. I hope that you're able to find a message here that resonates with you for the next 2 weeks, and a message that you need to hear for the next 2 weeks. So this video, we're going to be covering over what we're going to be covering what we should be expecting for the next 2 weeks rather than the 1 week. I'm going on vacation and I don't want to miss a video, so I'm just going to do that. I'm thinking about doing bi-weekly videos, so I don't know if that'll stick, but we'll see. And what else? This is going to apply to Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in Sidereal and Tropical. And if you don't know what your placements are, you can go to astro.com and they will give you everything that you need. Okay, so for now, that'll be it. And let's just get started, okay? So what is in store for Leo? That was quick. That's quick. Okay, we have the Eight of Swords, right? So you could be feeling a little bit trapped in some sort of situation. All right. I'm putting that back in the deck because I wasn't able to finish my sentence, and I like to finish my sentences. Okay, so what's in store for Leo for the week of, or for August, between August 5th and the 18th? What's in store for Leo between August 5th and the 18th? If the card comes back out again, then we know it's meant to be. Oh, my God. Stop. You know, we just have too many cards, darling. Alright. What is in store for Leo? What is in store for Leo between August 5th and the 18th? Oh my God, I need to not be so, let me calm down. What is in store for Leo between August 5th and the 18th? What is in store for Leo between August 5th and the 18th? There we go. Okay, we have the Six of Wands reversed. Okay, Six of Wands reversed. Temperance, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. The Five of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands reversed. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. We might get into that later, but for now, we're just going to stick to these four cards, and then we'll go from there. By the way, I'm using the Happy Tarot. My best friend Gabby got them for me. I'm in love with them. I cherish them so much. And you can find her on YouTube and on Twitter at Guyelect. So you should hit her up. She is literally the best human soul to ever exist. The best soul to ever exist. So yeah. Okay, anyways. Alright, so we have the Six of Wands reversed. So this can signify a few things. This can signify, Leo, that maybe you're being a little bit too prideful within the next 2 weeks, and that could be getting in the way of your success and of movement and of forward movement in your life. This can also signify that maybe you feel as though you're not being recognized in some sort of aspect of your life, or maybe there's something that you don't want to acknowledge in some sort of aspect of your life. And with this Five of Pentacles reversed, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are trying to, or not even trying to, but you're not acknowledging the solution to some sort of problem that you have. It's almost like you're lingering, kind of, I don't want to say wallowing in your own misery, but you are kind of lingering in this sort of stagnant energy, if you will. And I feel that a lot of it has to do with pride, and I feel that some of you kind of don't really want to listen to everyone else. But with the Five of Pentacles, that usually signifies solutions to your problem are being presented to you, but you're not opening your eyes to them. And it's almost like you're looking somewhere else for solutions. You're looking somewhere else for answers. It's kind of like that one story. I'm pretty sure it's like a biblical story, and I never really remember exactly how it goes. But the way that I remember it going is like there's this big flood or this big storm or whatever, and this person, this man, his house gets flooded, and he's praying to God, and he's like, yo, like, help me, save me, I don't know what to do. and I'm pretty sure like people with boats come in and tell him to, you know, go and to like get in the boat with them, right? Or he's gonna die. And the dude is like, no, like I'm waiting for God to save me. And they're insisting and insisting, but he's like, nah, like I'm waiting for God, dude, I'm sorry. And so they leave, and then, you know, the flood is getting higher, and then like he gets to like the top of the roof or something, and, you know, there's like a helicopter that comes down, and they're like, yo, get on the helicopter, right? And he's like praying, and like, you know, while he was on the roof, he's like praying to God or whatever, and, you know, asking for God to save him. And, you know, the helicopter comes and they're trying to save him, and the guy is saying, no, I'm waiting for God to save me. You know, and he keeps on waiting and waiting, and the helicopter leaves, and, you know, eventually the guy drowns, and, you know, he's in heaven, and he asks God, like, yo, like, why didn't you save me? And God is like, yo, but I gave you a boat and a helicopter. What else do you want from me? So I feel like that's kind of the thing that it is. It's like you're looking for answers in different directions. You're like maybe you're expecting some sort of like dramatic sign. You're paying attention to the wrong places. You're paying attention to the wrong things. Excuse me. You're paying attention to the wrong things, and you're kind of looking for all of these really kind of dramatic, magnificent miracles, and you're not seeing the miracles that are happening right in front of your face because you're not paying attention to them. And so I feel like that's kind of what's happening. That's, for some of you, that could be what's happening within the next 2 weeks. And then with the Temperance card, again, you could be dealing with Sagittarius. Maybe you're too prideful to acknowledge a Sagittarius, or maybe there's a Sagittarius in your life who is trying to help you out, but you're not paying attention to them. Also, with this Temperance card, this can just signify that you need to modify or bring in some something has to be brought into moderation in your life. For some of you, with the Six of Wands reversed, this can signify that your pride needs to be brought into moderation, because it could just be that you're indulging a little bit too much in it, and it's leading to some sort of disconnect between you and your spirituality or something else in your life. It could also be with this Temperance card where there's something that has to be brought into balance, essentially, because it's affecting you spiritually. It's not like justice where it's affecting you legally or something like that, or karmically, if you will. It's more of a spiritual, emotional sort of thing. And so I think that it's really important for you to remain connected. And with this Temperance card and the Five of Pentacles, I feel like this is kind of saying, like, you need to have faith in the universe, and I think that you just need to really open your eyes to the solutions that are being presented to you, because I feel like you're just looking in the wrong places, if that kind of makes sense. Excuse me. I also feel like some of you are kind of taking on this. It's weird, Leo, because, I mean, it's like, it's your season, you know what I mean? It's your season, everything should be good. But I feel like with this Five of Pentacles, it's just like, all of this help is being presented to you, and you're not really making any moves towards it. And then with the Eight of Wands reversed, this is like a delay in something, a delay in progress. And so I feel that because of the fact that you're not really acknowledging the solutions that you have presented to you, and I feel that some of you are very aware of the solutions, but you're like, no, that's not it. Like, that's not the way that I want to go. That's not what's going to help me. Again, because of an increase in pride. I feel that a lot of you are too prideful to admit that this is the solution that you have to take. And so a lot of you are really just like overall delaying your own progress. And with the Ten of Wands, it's like you feel really overwhelmed. You feel really overburdened. You don't really know what to do. It feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and you're carrying all of this weight, and you're insisting on like reaching the top of the mountain while carrying all of these rocks on your back. And it's like, yo, why would you want to do that? Like, would you rather reach to the top of the mountain, you know, with all of this weight and be so incredibly exhausted that you can't even enjoy the view anymore? Or would you rather let go of that heavy weight that literally does not serve you in any sort of way other than exhaust you, and reach to the top of the mountain and, yeah, sure, be a little bit tired, but still enjoy the view in front of you, enjoy the horizon, enjoy the sunset or the sunrise or whatever it is? It doesn't make sense to carry all of this extra weight for what? For pride? It doesn't make sense. So it could also be with the Ten of Wands that you're carrying other people's weight, you're carrying other people's burdens, and you need to set boundaries and let them know, like, yo, like, you know, I did this out of the kindness of my heart, and, you know, I know that you asked me to do this, or maybe you did, maybe this person didn't even ask you to do anything. You just did it on your own accord, and it's weighing down on you, and you need to let this person know, like, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. And that's it. You need to worry about yourself, because I feel like a lot of you are losing vision of what you really want to do. You're losing focus of your goals, of your dreams, of your wishes, and I feel like you're getting off track. You're becoming so off track. You're losing vision. You're losing sight of the path. And again, like with the Five of Pentacles, there's like, it could be because there's a lack of security. Maybe you don't believe that you're able to that you're worth, you know, pursuing this or attaining whatever dream that you have. It could be that there's a sense of like a lack of self-worth, if you will, or just not really believing that you can do this. I also feel like there's a kind of a feeling of like isolation or feeling like you're being ostracized, and that could be really hindering you, especially with the Six of Wands reverse, where it's like you don't really feel acknowledged for your work. It's almost like you get home from war, so to speak. You get home from war or from a battle, and, you know, you're on this horse, and no one's really acknowledging you for your hard work or for defending your country or your town or whatever, you know? No one's really acknowledging you for that. Maybe they're acknowledging someone else, but it's almost like you're not being recognized for your hard work. You're not being recognized for what it is that you put in. So maybe you need to talk to a Sagittarius about that. Okay, let's see. So I want to get into this Five of Pentacles here. So what does this Five of Pentacles signify for Leos? What does this signify? Five of Pentacles. Can you clarify the Five of Pentacles, please? Okay, we got two cards. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so it could be like a lack of patience or inconsistency. We have the King of Wands reversed and Judgment reversed. Okay, so some of you are stuck in some sort of situation, perhaps with a fire sign in your life, and it's repeating behaviors. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you know exactly what you need to do, but I feel like you don't want to acknowledge that. I feel like a lot of you are having a hard time balance everything out with this Temperance card. And I feel that with the Five of Pentacles, it's like you're kind of thinking, oh my God, I'm stuck in this rut. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to escape or to leave the situation with this King of Wands person in my life. I don't know how to leave the situation with this person. You're kind of like, I think some of you could be wallowing in your own misery. It could, I mean, I think earlier I said that I don't think you're doing that, but some of you really could be doing that. And I think a lot of you are like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm so helpless. I'm asking all these people, but they're not giving me really good advice, da 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 da. But I feel like you know what you need to do. And I feel like you just keep on ignoring all of the signs because it's easier to be kind of sitting in your own misery, to be kind of like pitying yourself or just being really, really dramatic. Kind of like, I don't want to say like a crybaby, but like kind of having that sort of negative attention, if you will, which I don't like saying that. But yeah, Judgment reverse is repeating behaviors. This to me is like repeating behaviors. You don't want to face the reality of a situation, and things keep on happening the same way that they've been happening for a very long time, and you don't want to admit you don't want to make any changes, or you're not making any sort of changes, or you're having a hard time making any sort of changes, and it's in relation to a King of Wands reversed. Whether it's you or another person, someone is being incredibly prideful, incredibly arrogant, and very persistent. The King of Wands reversed gets what he wants no matter what, and he's not going to back down, and that can be a very strong downfall. Someone incredibly stubborn, you know, and with the Six of Wands reversed, it's like, I don't know what, this is pride. This is pride and ego for a lot of you. A lot of you are very like prideful to like back down from the situation. And it's like, you're so set on becoming victorious or, you know, winning the situation or something, or having things end your way. But in doing that, you are not making any sort of progress. I mean, I have the Eight of Wands reversed. You're not making any sort of progress, and there's a weight on your shoulders, and I'm pretty sure you feel that, whether it's you or another person who's doing this, whether it's someone else doing this to you, or whether this is you, the King of Wands reversed. If this is your own energy, Leo, I need you to get yourself together. because it's your season, and I think that you know what you need to do with the situation. You know what you need to do. You know that you need to move on. You need to open your eyes to the assistance and to the advice of others. And I feel that a lot of you are kind of saying to yourselves, like, I need to do this my way. It has to be my way, otherwise I'm not going to be happy. Well, I'm sorry, but the way that you've been doing it for however long isn't working for you, and that's why things are being repeated. That's why history is repeating itself. I mean, what else do you want me to tell you? And I think that a lot of you are trying to take the easy way out. Seven of Pentacles reversed. A lot of you are trying to take the easy way out in this situation, whatever it is. And you're trying to, like I said, you're trying to do things your way, but your way isn't working. And with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, there's a lack of consistency. So you're very hot and cold about this. I feel that a lot of you are kind of giving up really quickly and not putting in a genuine or true effort into this situation, into making any sort of progress. Again, because it's easy to be where you're at, and I feel that a lot of you have become so comfortable in the situation that you're in now that you're like, it's almost like you kind of self-sabotage a little bit. You're like, I'll do it later. Or it could just be that you just give up because you don't think that you're going to be able to overcome the situation in the first place. There's kind of like maybe a sense of doubt, but it's also, to me, like, it's just laziness. It's complacency. And I feel like you're very hot and cold about this. And it's like one day you're really motivated to overcome the situation and you feel very clear. And you're like, yes, like this is exactly what I need to do. I know what I'm doing, da-da-da-da. And then once things get a little bit hard, you're like, oh no, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to back down and give up. So that's kind of what it seems to me for a lot of you. Which, I mean, it's your season. It's your season. Live it up, live your best life, enjoy the rest of your hot girl summer. So yeah, there's just like a lack of consistency. It's almost like you want that instant gratification. What the freak? Oh, there was a bug. There's a lack of, there's a desire. Okay, can I focus? Okay. There's a desire for that instant gratification to just get exactly what you want. But there's no growth in that. And that's why history is being repeated, because you're doing the same things and expecting a different result. And that's not going to work, bud. That's just not going to work for you. And so, yeah, I need you to do things differently this week. I really think you need to start doing things a lot more differently this week, because as long as you do things the same, and if you're not making any sort of compromise, if you're not willing to make any sort of moderation to what you're doing, then you're not going to make any sort of progress. And that's why we have Judgment reversed, where the past is being repeated, past actions are being brought up again, and rather than reacting differently or, handling things accordingly, you're doing the same thing over and over again, and that's why you're stuck in this situation. And so there's a lot of patience and there's a lot of determination that has to take place if you want things to work out. It's like a plant, right? You have to be patient when a plant is growing. You can't just, give it water, once every month and expect for it to grow. Like that's not gonna happen. You have to give it water consistently. You have to feed it consistently. You have to give it sun. You have to do all of these things. You have to tend to the plant. Otherwise, it's not going to grow. So as long as you're inconsistent, as long as you're giving up very quickly, as long as you are remaining complacent and striving for instant gratification, then you're not going to make any sort of progress, and you're going to continue being in this Ten of Wands energy, feeling really weighed down, because eventually the past is going to weigh you down and you are going to want to make progress, but you can't do that if you're doing the same thing over and over again, and if you're too prideful to admit that maybe your way isn't the right way. And I'm not, saying that to bash you or anything. I mean, I have a Leo Venus. I get it. But, yeah, just set pride aside. Set aside any sort of childishness and do what you need to do. Do what you need to do at the end of the day. Because you're an adult. You know what you need to do. The solutions are right in front of you. It's just up to you whether or not you want to take them. And it's up to you whether you want to open your eyes to them or actually look at them. And I think that a lot of you kind of need to stop hoping for a miracle, because they're already being presented to you. It doesn't have to be this dramatic thing. I mean, if you continue waiting for this so-called miracle, you're just going to end up drowning like the guy that I told, like in the story that we mentioned earlier. So that's what I have for you, Leo. Yeah. I'm going to pull some affirmations for you and see what we get, darling. All right, so what affirmation does Leo need to hear at this time? All right, what affirmation does Leo need to hear for the next 2 weeks? All right, we have friendliness, and then I'm going to read another one at the bottom of the deck. So we have friendliness, and it says, whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today, I'll remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money will also work. And then we have options. Okay. As I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I'm reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts like you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. So I feel that this is very, very relevant to this reading. Both of these really are friendliness. I mean, you have to stop being prideful. I mean, King of Wands reverse. You have to start being nicer to people and like listen to them and stuff like that. But also options. This is telling me like you're not limited in your options and what to do. You're not limited in whatever it is, you know, you have options, you have the solutions that you need. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to take them. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I really hope you enjoyed that reading. It was pretty quick, but yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. I love to hear your feedback. And give me a big thumbs up, man. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification if you so desire to know when I upload my videos. And that will be it, my loves. I hope you enjoy, and I will talk to you soon, okay? Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your hot girl summer. Be a little bit more open to compromise. Drink water, lots of water. And eat your meals, okay? And I think that's it. All right. I love you, Leo, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.